don't just worry about the one listing that you miss out on.
Yep.
Worry about the 10 that you're not being called in.
That's right.
All right?
Yeah.
And if it's okay, I want to move forward and start talking about some of the options that you've got and some of the action steps that you need to take going forward. Is that cool?
Yeah, sounds great.
And I might actually throw in a few suggestions. Some of it I'm actually going to, ask you ideas, because what I've learned is, generally speaking, the person I'm coaching is the problem.
Yep.
And they're also the solution, right? So what actually happens...
Best and worst friend.
Correct. And what actually happens is the purpose of us having this conversation is that I say something to you that you say back to yourself, and you say to yourself, I probably need to do that, or what I believe about that is bullshit, or I've got a disconnect between what I thought I was doing and what I should be doing. So the first thing I'll say to you is, I'm going to give you a big scorecard, because your hustling and prospecting and your energy, they work hand in hand, because prospecting is an energy sport. And to me, I'm seeing clearly, you're doing CrossFit 8-9 times a week. You're eating super clean, right? There's no booze, there's no substances in your body, right? You are sitting there and you are a corporate real estate athlete. 10 out of 10 for that. That flows into your prospecting. But what I'm also seeing that's lacking is that you need to probably establish yourself more in the absolute community in your business, right? Right. So I want to talk a little bit about that. How do you get the Patrick Cosgrove brand immersed in the community, and what are the things that you can be doing? And actually, Rick Sorreo from your office is a good example of, things that, like, I'll give you an example. What if I said to you, you start doing some of your calls in cafes?
Yeah, I've actually started doing this in Crystal Car Wash and Star Wash.
What, at Edgecliff there?
Yeah, we've got, there's one in Rush Cutters, there's one in Rose Bay, there's a couple of them around Bondi, there's a couple where I've just got the car wash and I've sat there for an hour making calls. And it's funny that, unfortunately, you don't get all the calls done because people come up and see you and talk to you. But it's amazing, People are just like, what are you doing,
So I'd like you, and Rick Sorreo told me this, he says that occasionally he's walked into cafes, puts his board down, and sits down and makes calls at the cafe, because he sends a message out into everyone that's coming in for coffee or sitting down there, that this guy is a busy real estate go-to person. It doesn't open up the open house board, but I'd like to see you bringing some of those call sessions. You do it at the car wash, potentially finding cafes where people go in, right? Because you've got to establish yourself in the marketplace, not just in the office. I'd like you to do that, but I'd also like you to identify, and I know that you've come here with a list, and we won't mention their names, but there's various people that you know in your marketplace are influencers and connectors. And Patrick, there is nothing better in real estate than getting a few free kicks along the way.
Absolutely.
When someone rings you up and says, hey, listen, I was talking to X and they've referred me to you. Can you pop over and tell us what you think our house is worth? They're gold, those there.
They're amazing.
So...
everything tastes better free.
It does, I like that. So, Patrick, you need a plan to do that. At the moment, do you have a stay in touch strategy for connectors?
That concludes the free video. As you can see, there are a number of ways that you can be successful in real estate, and the Real Estate Gym is basically making sure that we find everything that every top agent in the country is doing to be successful. Real Estate Gym members get all their tools, templates, all their scripts, all their information so they can design their own personal system to success. The Real Estate Gym doors are closed. You can get on the waiting list for the next opening. Just go to realestategym.com.au.